So I kind of wanted to hit on some of the best Samsung phones that you can actually buy in the year of 2022. Now the Galaxy S22s are actually about to come out, so once this video comes out, just kind of substitute the first batch of phones that I recommend this year for those ones, because those are going to be the best ones you can buy. And if you have all the money in the world, buying the latest Samsung is always the best thing to do. So once the S22s come out, or the Note 22, whatever they're going to call it, I would highly recommend buying those phones if you have all the money. Now, as of right now, making this video, the Galaxy S21s are the latest ones. So if you're trying to buy the latest, Samsung right now, well, I would recommend buying the Galaxy S21 Ultra or the S22 Ultra if you're watching this later. The S21 Ultra is by far one of the best Samsung phones I have ever seen. The beautiful display on this thing is crazy. The build quality is very, very good. And coming from the S20 Ultra, this was actually a pretty good upgrade. I love the design of the S21 Ultra, and it still looks very beautiful. It has a ton of performance, but another phone that has a lot of performance is the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. Now, it's a little bit older than the S21 Ultra, but this is still another phone that I saw, and I love the Note 20 Ultra. I think there are some advantages for this phone over something like the S21 Ultra. I love the build quality, I love the curved panel, and the Note 20 Ultra is another phone I'd recommend buying this year. Now, on top of that, any of the Galaxy Folds or the Flip series of devices are another set of phones I'd recommend, mostly because these phones have, the future ahead of them. Most phones coming out now are going to be focused around that, foldable display and the foldable design. So by getting a Galaxy Fold or a Galaxy Flip, you're pretty much setting yourself up for the future. And if you're okay with that type of design, then that's another set of phones I would recommend. Now, I would trickle down for the next, couple Galaxy S21s. So the S21 Plus or the S21. Those are great phones too, but I wouldn't recommend buying those unless you don't want to buy the S21 Ultra. I think the S21 Plus is a beautiful device. It's almost perfect. I wouldn't recommend buying a Galaxy S21 right now though, because we're so close to the S22s. But if you want, the S21s have gone down in value quite a bit. And from what I've seen, they've seen the most degradation from any of the S21s. So that's another batch of phones I'd recommend. So if you have all the money in the world, I would just recommend buying those phones because those are the best phones you can buy right now. However, there are some value per dollar phones which I think have gone down in value quite a bit, and they're actually still completely worth it for sure. And the first phone is the Samsung Galaxy S20. I think this phone is a great value per dollar. I've seen a lot of these phones go down in value quite a bit, and I would still highly recommend buying this phone for sure. The thing with the Galaxy S20 is that this phone is still going to be supported for the next 2 years as far as I know. So it's going to be getting One UI 5, and it may end on One UI 5, it's still getting One UI 4. So you're lasting for the rest of this year, and you're lasting pretty much for the rest of next year as well. So when you're getting a phone like a Galaxy S20, you are going to be sticking around for quite a bit of time for the next few years. But on top of that, it's still going to be getting security updates and everything. I've seen a lot of these phones go for around $400 and something on Amazon, and all these phones will be linked down in the description too, just in case I didn't say that earlier. And that's the thing I love about these phones. They just have so much capability, they have so much quality, and the S20s with that 120Hz panel, 1440p display, micro SD card slot, USB Type-C jack, this thing has everything you'd ever want on a phone, and that's another phone I'd recommend. The Note 20 is another device that kind of fits in that same category as well. This is another device that has so much capability and so much quality that if you're in the same ballpark as the Galaxy S20, and if you want a little bit of a better, I guess it doesn't feel as nice as the S20, but it still has the S Pen, and it still has a lot of capability too. I think it's missing the micro SD card slot. Well, this is another phone I'd recommend too. I'd probably recommend buying the Note 20 Ultra on top of it, but this is a very good phone too. So those are the two of the best value per dollars, but there's even another category, which is the lowest Androids I'd recommend, the lowest Samsungs I'd recommend buying this year. Now, these specific Samsungs are the Galaxy S10, the Galaxy Note 10, and the Galaxy S10e. So any of those 2019 flagship Samsungs, those are the last ones I would recommend, or the lowest ones I would recommend buying this year. I think they're great price tags, and I still think those phones are still very good phones, but the Galaxy S10 would be the cheapest Samsung Android that I would recommend buying right now. Has a great, beautiful, crazy display, hole punch display. It still feels very good in the hand. Performance is amazing still for the most part for its price and its age, and it's still going to be sticking around. It's getting One UI 4, so that means this phone is going to be lasting for a little bit of time now, which is really good. And this is another phone I'd recommend. The Galaxy Note 10 also came out the same year. I would recommend buying the Galaxy S10 over the Note 10, but the Note 10 still has quite a bit of features inside of it, and I think I'm a fan of the Note 10 as well. Another last Samsung I'd recommend this year is the Galaxy S10e. this is a beautiful phone too. I mean, it has so much capability, beautiful display, beautiful camera quality, just a crazy good display, just a very good performing phone for sure. So if I was in your shoes, I would highly recommend picking up any of these Samsung phones that I'd recommend this year. Like I mentioned, most of these phones will be linked down in the description, so you can get them from there and help support the channel at the same time. I would love to hear your guys' opinion on this. Do you agree with my list or not? Let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.